really love is that Crawford gives us this opportunity for our students to act as the media for the actual event. So there's a really sharing kind of opportunity. There's a really close partnership that we've formed with the Crawford Fund. And this is something that we pull a lot of value in, because it allows our students to get access directly to the professionals in the industry, those people that are really leading the way, and shows them where they can be in a few years. So hopefully throughout these videos you'll hear from some of our other students what they've gotten out of attending the Crawford conference, and a bit of an idea of where those future leaders will be in a few years' time.
The Crawford Fund supports a wide range of international agricultural development activities. In particular, we do two things. One is public awareness, which this conference is all about, and the other one is we run a large number of training activities. The conference this year is really focusing on food losses and food waste. We picked this topic because we're always hearing about the need to grow more to feed the potential 9 billion people who will be on the planet. It's reckoned that a very large amount of food is wasted, but we won't save it all, but even if we can save a quarter of that amount of food, that's making a big impact.
Food waste are the parts that we do not use to get onto the consumer's plate. So that starts all the way in the food chain, right from harvest, and at every point in the food chain there is some waste. The majority of the waste, however, in industrialized countries comes at the consumer's end, and in poor countries it comes much earlier, immediately after harvest. So the reasons are different, and therefore the solutions are also different.
In all my thinking about food waste, I'd never heard it described as a circular economy before, and yet when I thought about it, it really was the perfect way to explain how we should approach the issue of food waste, is that everything can come back to the start, and that if we keep wasting, it ends up on this linear kind of, we have it and then we don't. We need to have it and hold on to it.
I would think of reduction of food loss and waste as a major contributor to sustainability of production. Because if we think about all of the resources that go into agricultural production, we have the land, we have labor, we have purchased inputs, fertilizer, we have water, we have a lot of resources that go into agricultural production. That's all very good if we're using those resources well, and if we are getting a good product from it, and we're not wasting the resources. However, my main point would be that it's important to have a well-functioning value chain, which is taking the produce from the farm to the consumer, wherever that consumer is. Now, that may be a local consumer, in which case we have a very short supply chain, and perhaps we don't have the opportunity to generate very great losses. As we lengthen the supply chain, we might have additional losses coming.
It's amazing to kind of consider all the connections that food has to so many different aspects of society. So the cultural implications, it's part of people's identity, even like the history and how it's shaped society in a way. Like really, society was born out of agriculture and us coming together around food. So it's got so many amazing implications. But with that, there's plenty of issues. So you've got issues of food security. Like, we've got millions of people that are hungry, but millions of people that are also overweight and obese. So there's all these disparities as well within the way we produce food and the way we distribute food. So there's lots of issues, but it makes it also interesting. And there's so much scope for opportunity, for innovation, especially for young people to get involved with food. So like for myself, I've got involved with the volunteer group called the Youth Food Movement, which basically run food education events. And I see that as a really key way of engaging young people in a fun and approachable manner to all these issues with food. Because if you're just going to say that, oh yeah, we've got to feed so many people with less resources, we've got all these issues, it's kind of big, bad and scary. But it's making it approachable, it's making it fun, and yeah, just getting people interested in food, because we need more young people to get into food and ag.
So I got involved with YFM because I really like seeing that direct impact. I like seeing people's ideas change and their habits change, and I love seeing people get excited about new ideas and when things make sense. Like with food waste and the circular economy, like once you understand those concepts, it really doesn't make sense to live any other way and do things any other way. And I love being a part of that change.
I would definitely recommend going to the Crawford conference, especially as an undergraduate, like getting that opportunity to go and do that and chat to people in the industry and people passionate about what they do. It was just such a good opportunity and learning new information, and yeah, it was just fantastic to get that opportunity to be able to go and attend.
I think all the talks were really relevant as well. Like I felt like there were new information. It's not, it's not 5 years old. It's not things that we've heard before. And there was just a huge scope of new ideas and new concepts, and I just found it all really interesting.
So I was actually chosen as one of the scholars for the Crawford conference this year, which was a really amazing opportunity. And I think what I benefited most from that was being able to connect with other like-minded young people. So other young people from all different aspects, doing PhDs or working, or undergraduates like myself from different backgrounds. So like economics and business, and people in urban planning, people in agriculture, people in hardcore like microbiology science, but all of us really passionate and really interested in food and how we can be the changes that are creative, that are innovative, that are positive in helping alleviate some of the problems in our food system.
So I think when you're looking at an issue like food loss, there are actually a number of different ways that you can sort of find an entryway in. So I don't think it's necessarily that sustainability comes first and leads to food loss reduction, or that food loss reduction comes first and then leads to sustainability. But I think actually there's, you can really enter through either one, and then the other happens to be sort of a happy byproduct of that. So I think if you're concerned about sustainability, then food loss is going to naturally be part of that, because, reducing food loss is naturally going to be part of that.
The Crawford Fund this year, I believe, was really beneficial in just meeting new people in the agriculture industry and getting a better understanding of what they do. People having access to safe and sustainable food is a key thing for the future. I think that stakeholders, private companies and governments need to work together in order to produce safe, reliable access to food, and that's also a nutritious part of their diet.
The Crawford Fund are very kind to us, and we're fortunate that they let us take our students along to their conference each year. It is a unique opportunity. You don't often, as an undergraduate student, get the opportunity to liaise at such a high level, and so we're very appreciative to the Crawford Fund that they do provide that opportunity for our students, and we are proud to also make these videos for them that they can use in their social media, because the comments and the feedback that we get from attendees of the conference is so important and reflective of what actually has happened at the conference. So we really value that, and thank the Crawford Fund for their assistance.